Professional decision making for the project manager. Here is the scenario. As a project manager, you are spending a lot of time to understand the overall progress of the project. This is because the scheduling tools and methods used by the subcontractors and contractors are different. This could have been avoided by focusing on dash during the project planning stage. I'll read it once again. As a project manager, you are spending a lot of time to understand the overall progress of the project. This is because the scheduling tools and methods used by the subcontractors and contractors are different. This could have been avoided by focusing on dash during the project planning stage. The options are schedule management, scope management, integration management, and communications management. Scope management elements are not here, so scope management can be ruled out. Schedule management is maybe, integration management maybe, communications management maybe. But since the question is focusing more on scheduling, the correct answer is schedule management. So let us take a look at what all things get into the schedule management plan that will help us to substantiate this answer. The contents of a schedule management plan are scheduling methods and tools, release and iteration length, level of accuracy of activity duration estimation, units of measure, process used to update status, control thresholds, rules of performance measurement, reporting formats and frequencies of various schedule reports. The first thing is scheduling methods and tools. If some of the stakeholders may use Excel sheet, some will use MS Project, somebody else may use Primavera, somebody will update it daily, somebody will update it weekly, somebody will update it fortnightly, then it is very difficult to get a roll-up of the schedules at a project level. So these things must be defined at the schedule management planning level itself. Then release and iteration length. That is typically that is coming from the agile point of view. So if you are following a kind of agile within the schedule, we should define the iteration length, whether it is 20 days or 30 days. That must be there, and the release plan, which is the major milestone. Again, there should be common understanding, common definition of these things across stakeholders. Otherwise, your schedule roll-up will be affected. Level of accuracy of activity duration estimation. The purpose of the schedule. A schedule used at the beginning of the project may have lower level of accuracy, and the schedule should get refined at the final level before execution. So the level 1 schedule, level 2 schedule, level 3, level 4 schedules. So what is the accuracy level for each of these levels of schedules must be defined upfront. Then units of measure for activities, that must be defined. Whether it is in length or weight or area. Then process, no, when it comes to schedule, it is whether it is weeks or months or days, that must be defined. The process used to update status of the schedule. Who will update the schedule, what frequency it will be updated, whether it will be an automated update, those things. Then control thresholds. That means if the schedule variance, let's say till 10%, the project manager can manage, and if it is about 10%, the project manager should get approval from the senior management, or a review of the schedule is required. So those kind of thresholds must be defined across stakeholders, and there should be common understanding, otherwise we are in trouble during execution time. Then rules of performance measurement. This is more like how are you going to measure the progress of each task? Are you going by percentage completion based on expert judgment, or will we have some rules of credit defined for it, like a 0-100 or a 50-50 or a 20-80 or something like that. And I say 0-100, a task is considered as completed only when it is 100% completed. Till then it remains at 0. 50-50 means I can consider a task as 50% completed the moment we start. The remaining 50% will happen only when the task is fully completed. And maybe 20-80, 20% credit I can take the moment the task has started, and the remaining 20% will happen only when remaining 80% will happen only when the task is fully completed. So if nothing is provided, it can be just percentage completion based on the judgment of the person who is reporting it. Or it can be a quantity surveyor who literally measures the progress and then reports it back. So these things must be defined based on the nature of activity, and there should be common understanding across stakeholders who are performing that activity. Otherwise, your status updates will not be accurate. Then reporting formats and frequencies of various schedule reports, whether it is a Gantt chart or a tracking Gantt or just the critical path. Or because if you go to MS project and then look at the reporting formats, there are many of them, and each stakeholder, if all the formats should not go to every stakeholder. Sorry. So based on the nature of the stakeholders, this format should be fine-tuned. For senior management, it will be only a consolidated view. For a middle manager, maybe slightly detailed, and for the person in the field, it has to be fully blown schedules. So these things also must be decided, and it is all documented in the schedule management plan. So without a proper schedule management plan, if you start execution, there will be total confusion during the execution phase, and nobody will know the progress made by the project, and even if they get it, nobody will know whether it is accurate or not. So it is a wise decision to spend enough time in developing the schedule management plan, especially for large projects where multiple stakeholders are involved. If you have not subscribed to PMRIcampus yet, please do subscribe. Thank you very much.